Hipolyt Jazwiski. I'm an old guy. I'm a big guy. I'm a smart guy. I'm a stupid guy. I'm a complex guy. I'm as simple as sunlight and water. Um, and I am what I am, and I've been trying to figure that out since I arrived on the planet. I don't know who else is trying to do that, but there's a certain number of others. And so we're in a group, whatever you want to call it. Many of us have gone astray. Shoot, God, have I gone astray? How many times have I gone astray? Don't answer that. This is the angel. I don't usually do angels because I'm a realist. I like TNA. I am an appreciator of the human form, especially the female form. And I realized as I contemplated dedicating this piece to someone that I dearly appreciate, that I can combine my understanding of the real world, which is not your understanding at all. I've come through a lot of hell to get to a deeper understanding about what you are, what I am. And if you believe anything at all, even if you believe science as a dogma instead of a methodology of inquiry and analysis, no matter what you're using to assist you in understanding how the world works, what we are, where did we come from, what the hell's going on, where's it going, what is it? Most of those concepts indicate that you are more than what you appear to be. And from just think about choosing words. Where do your words come from? How do you choose the words? These words were learned by a child that was you, and that lexicon, that catalog of words and nuance of meaning has been stored in there, and you just play it like a piano, and the words come out. You don't know you're making a tune, you're making a meaningful sound with, but you don't know where that's coming from. You don't know what your next thought will be if you really go back to find out where that thought came from. It's not where you thought it came from because it's not where you even thought about it all. You've never thought about where your thoughts come from and how the heck do these words reflect anything within you with any amount of accuracy. And when they do, the thing that they reflect, what the word reflects, is not what it is anyway. It's a word, like hat. The word hat, you know how it's spelled, I think. You know what it means, but it's not a hat. It's a word that sounds like hat. And that's the way everything is. We confuse it. We confuse what the word is for what it really is. In this case, this is an angel. She's got a body. It is a hot body. She's a beautiful redheaded angel with fantastic blue wings. But the wings and the body and the hair are not what you think they are. They could be whatever you want them to be. And that's my concept. And maybe some early experience. I don't know. We don't know. We are learning, and we do know, but we consciously avoid knowing. Anyway, that's a whole other series of discussions you might want to be around for. What are we? But the essence of what we like to enjoy the world we're in. And anything that tells you to not do that, my dear person, run. Engage in the world you're in. Engage. Smallest amount of engagement gives you back your life. So engage in this painting. I'll give you a little bit of a zap of more light. That's daylight, a daylight bulb. So I look more ancient than I usually look, I suppose, and much more, substantial. So anyway, the angel, I've got tape on her. You probably can see that because I play with tape to test where the painting's going. The painting is always talking to me like, Hip, don't go that way. This is the way we're going. Jazz, move this way, put the paint over here. Because it would take me forever to kind of correct the strokes, realign them, put them back. And so I would use tape masking tape or any other kind of colored tape to put the lines and forms and adjust them and bring the creature from behind the picture plane into our world, at least through the refraction of the skin of the canvas from her world. And I'm hoping, and I think I've achieved a good deal of infraluminescence from inside her through her skin. And if you look closely, she is weeping. She is weeping. And I guess some people might ask, like, for whom the bell tolls. Well, does it toll for thee? Does it toll if no one's there to listen? Think about that one. Anyway, this is a beautiful piece. I've realized I was trying to make the hair full of energy and life, and I've realized one of the ways to do that is to let a beautiful redhead be a beautiful redhead. And that's not my major preference in hair color. My major preference is, whoa, jet black. So black it's blue. And the next preference is auburn, and then on to anything else. I don't have any less enjoyment of the female form of whatever hair or not the being, person, creature has. And it's just a preference. That's all it is. It's just an enjoyment. That's all it is. It's just the presence of me being human, having been born into this, whatever this is, and having to swim my way through it without anyone teaching me, and sharing it with you and your journey. So this little angel is here to say hello to you. When and if you see it again, hopefully you might, it will be speaking with you. It will, as all my paintings do, invite you into a world that's inside you. When you look at my work, it's a world that's inside you, because I've been using my vision to understand what vision is. And in many ways, it's a two-way street. When you are looking at something, the nerves through the whole nervous system that process vision, process light, are interacting with the light. It's not just some sort of boring nothing. You're experiencing photons, countless photons, and they're entering you, and you are giving back energy to interact with the photons, organize those photons, the little segments of light called photons, and everything in that energy is part of your energy. It's not mystical. You're participating in the act of seeing by generating energy to process these receptors in the eye and the brain and the rest of the body. By the way, your skin sees, it has photoreception. There's a certain point in your gestation and birth in which the exterior of this little tiny pink drum, pink macaroni noodle, which is what the phase we go through, has an inner tube and an outer tube of this pink macaroni. And the tube, that is the outer portion, includes the eye and the skin. That's what the eyes and the skin have germinated from, is the outer portion of the tube that was all of us, you, in the birth phase. So eyes are a specialization of the skin cells. Ta-da! So you can feel and you can see, because there's a interaction between the nerves of sensation and the skin itself, and specialized cells produce, and also the ears are done the same way, produce this reaction that you're interacting with to continuously process the experience of sight. So she's in you and you're in her as you're looking, and that's what I'm honoring. They tell me they're done when I can feel or see that they've become in some other fashion independent of me. And you can talk about that, like how does an author know that the book is done? How did Tolkien know that he was done with the first Hobbit book and then he decided he would include and create the other three in the series and then the fourth? Um, he just knew. You just do. Anybody who hums a song, while they're cooking or they're gardening or they're taking a walk or brushing the cat or the dog, if you're humming, you know when you start and when you're done, when it feels right. Well, it's like that if you extend that into bringing anything forward. We've all had the experience, but I persist. People like me, creative people who persist well. And when you persist on absorbing and releasing that creative, whatever it is that's initiated your uh, act of creation, the idea, the icon, it's a living thing. And you just have to love it. And you just have to love bringing it forward. And you're going to make a lot of mistakes. I used to rail at myself for making tons of mistakes. It's not what it should be, and it's all over. Then I was listening one late night a long time ago to Keith Richards playing the guitar on a song called Moonlight Mile. And it was absolutely, simply, transformatively a sound of divine channeling. And I got what he was doing finally. And it helped me to stand in that place where my work comes from. And obviously, Keith Richards' guitar work comes from the Stones. And that's a special place. And it's not unknown to you. You levitate, you float above the floor, you are somewhere else, and you're fully, fully alive. When you're interacting and creating, and if you're lucky enough to persist, you can pull beings, lovely creatures, or something else. I prefer not. I just like to bring in beauty, because there's a lot of pain out there, and beauty is whatever it might be to you, whatever it might be. I mean, a rotten banana is a beautiful thing if you look at it the right way. And the thorns on a rose, in some ways, are more fascinating than the rose itself, the bloom. So, it's like that. It's all relative, or that's what my relatives tell me. It's relative to whatever they are, or creatures they may be. Anyway, enjoy the piece. It'll be up. You can look at it. All right, so I did 3 pieces. I try to do 3 pieces a day. Put them up.